Hey everybody, sorry I'm a little late with this follow-up, but I got busy yesterday. It's the next day after Earl, and Earl actually didn't treat us too bad. There's a few things happened that in the last couple hours of Earl that changed the track a little bit. It was supposed to come over top of us. It shifted a little more to the east, and the eye kind of went off the coast and up over Halifax, and it was moving really fast. So Earl actually only lasted maybe about 4 to 5 hours. With, I don't think we got that much wind, 80 to 90 kilometer winds for a little bit, maybe an hour. You can see it's still windy today, but top-notch beautiful day. Perfect blue sky, probably 20, 23, 24 degrees. Gorgeous. So the broom corn, it took a bit of a kicking, but survived not too well. Actually, when the wind was hitting it, it had laid right over, and I was surprised how tough it was. It really withstood up good. I got a few knocked over, but I think all in all, most of them are going to live. Now, before I showed you my beans, and the beans, probably just a poor tripod I built. I don't think it was very strong because it fell over long before the wind even started. So I think that was more my fault than it was anybody else's. But I called these Jacob's cattle, and it was my mistake because these are called Scarlet Runner, and they're not Jacob's cattle at all. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, I might prop them back up. I might just leave them there, and if the stalks are still attached to the ground, maybe some of the beans will ripen and dry off, and I just really only need them to plant a few beans next year. So all in all, not too bad. The walnut tree withstood the storm great. The raspberry bushes lost some leaves, but other than that, not too bad. Well, let's just say the sunflowers, they took a kicking. Not much left of them. There's a few of them still standing. Some of these were laid right over flat to the ground, but sprung back up. But as you can see, there's quite a few of them smashed down. But I guess fully to be expected. They weren't going to withstand a huge wind. So those are looking, you know, kind of the worse for wear. But there's still probably a couple of dozen or a dozen and a half standing here, and I didn't really expect any of them to be standing. The tin stayed on the roof. The old tree lost a few limbs out of it, but everything's standing fine. And I mean, even the limbs that it did blow out, some of them were already dead. There's a little one here. That's really the biggest one that blew out. So if that's all it lost off it, no real troubles. So all in all, I have to say Earl treated us pretty good. He wasn't a bad fella at all. He could have been a lot worse. And that's pretty much the update after Earl. Have a good one, everybody.